We're working on the 1982 Ford F250 4x4 today. Went to turn on the windshield wipers and the passenger side wiper blade stopped working. So I ended up pulling off the cowling, which is not as difficult as I thought. There's some screws that are underneath the hood, which are these ones on front, so you gotta get all those. And then there's a couple of screws that are inside the cowling. There's like one here and one over here, and the same on the other side. You gotta take off the blades. And to take off the blades, you have to pull this little tab right over here. Pull that out a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch. And then slide them off the spline shaft. And once you get them off the spline shaft, you can start to lift the cowling out of place. You have to undo the washer hose fitting that's attached to the nozzle. And you can actually get it off without taking off the hood, but it's a little difficult to clear the post for the wipers and to clear the hood, but it is doable. And it's not glued in place with the mastic for the windshield, which is good. And what apparently is the problem, oh, the antenna. I was gonna undo it, but there's no way to undo it from this end, from what I can tell. So it's just loose. The problem seems to be this little fitting here. It's a little plastic mount that the arm slides onto, and then apparently it works itself free after a period of time, vibration and movement. So I got to figure out some way of securing this arm in place on top of that bushing there that mounts. So it's probably a metal post, a metal ball post, a plastic bushing, and then the arm slips onto the plastic bushing with a recessed area that it sits on. But apparently it works its way loose and falls off. So I got a wire, I got some stainless steel wire. I'll go around the post above the bushing, go around the arm, and then finish back up on the post. And the stainless steel wire will probably be adequate to hold this for another 20 years. So let's get that in place. Okay, so I got the wire in place. The wire goes around the post above the plastic pressed bushing that the arm mounts to, which is above a ball on the post. And the wire goes around the post above the plastic bushing and then wraps down underneath the arm, and then I pinched it with a pair of pliers in place. It's a stainless steel wire. It's a little bit less than a millimeter. And I'm hoping that that'll hold the arm on the bushing. And there's a little bit of clearance between the bushing and the part that connects to the part that holds the post. So there's a little bit of clearance between the bushing and the part that holds the post that I could put stainless steel wire. The wire is just slightly smaller than 1 millimeter. It must be a standard size because it's not a millimeter, it's slightly less. So the only drawback is it might be putting a little bit more pressure on the plastic bushing on the ball mount on the post, but that's another story. So right now we got the arm back on the plastic bushing. So we'll go from here, put it back all together and see how it goes. Okay, so that's it in operation. Doesn't seem as if there's going to be any difficulties with it working. Okay, we got the wiper blades back on. You have to put them back on the spline in the right position that you think will be suitable. I haven't tried it yet, but I think this is suitable. You have to slip it onto the spline, raise the arm, and then push in this little tab, and then that secures it from coming back off again. And so let's give this a try and see if they're in the right position. Yeah, look good. That's a dry windshield. Looks good.